Na 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 Rude Boys. Na 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 Rude Boys. Rude Boys. Rude Boys.
Power Hour Plus.
Power Hour Plus.
What is with you and singing lately? Oh, God.
The ladies love it. The men love it. Everybody loves it. The Rude Nation loves it.
I don't love it.
Too fucking bad. Tommy, welcome, Rude Nation, episode 52 of the Rude Boys Power Hour Plus. I'm Sherm.
I'm Tom.
Wow! Played by Cesar Romero. Yes, this is our Batman episode. We're talking all about Batman. This was kind of something that was in the works for a little bit, and we're actually pulling the trigger, and it's gonna say bang.
Pulling the trigger, pulling the pud, all the same thing.
Cripple Barbara Gordon. We're gonna get all into that, Nation. Don't you worry. But yes, this is year 3 of the Rude Boys Power Hour Plus. If you're listening to us from a different avenue somehow, or up on different podcast avenues and shit like that, welcome. Welcome to the madness. Thank you for downloading. If you're listening, well, I'm sorry, but thank you for the numbers to download. We're in a different recording studio now. Not a permanent one, but one nonetheless.
Yeah,
we got a little privacy, a little privacy for our Batman talk. Less, maybe some recording later, but
less barking.
We'll see about that. There's a giant 600-pound dog underneath us right now.
Yeah, it's 3 heads. His name's Service.
Did
I say that right?
Yeah, I don't think either of us said it right.
Yeah,
but
Service.
It's all good. Hey Tom, who's in your mouth?
Our good old friend Miller High Life. Light, because we're trying to watch out girlish figures.
Baby. Yeah, it's really bubbly, isn't
it? It really is.
Yeah, I'm feeling that too. Well, I have the same brew in my mouth, so to speak, swishing around my gums and my teeth.
Yeah, deep throat that long neck.
Let's clink it up, Tommy. There he goes. Chug-a-lug-a-lug-a-lug-a-lug-a-lug-a-lug. And like a good boy, swallows the last drop. God damn it!
You wanted this. You have been pumping me full of alcohol.
Oh, with alcohol. Yes, you're right.
Whoa! I wasn't gonna say anything else. This is a children's show, for fuck's sake.
Is it? Then they will not appreciate what's coming next.
Sound like I was gonna say you've been
Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg time, bitches!
Acoustics in this environment are great.
They really are. We start off as normal with some game talk.
Let's talk about some games, Tommy. Video games.
Yes.
We used to be a video game podcast. You remember that?
Was it?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Because you never listened.
No, I did. I was usually drunk when we were recording.
That is also true, yes.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got in the big, wide world of video games?
We got Game Boy and Sega Genesis is 30 fucking years old. I hope you fucks feel old, because I sure as shit do.
Yeah, the timing is a little off. As of recording, the Genesis is 30 years old today. The Game Boy, I think, was 30 years old a couple weeks ago or something like that. But whatever, we missed it. But we're going to talk about it next episode. Next episode is going to be all dedicated to those pivotal systems anniversaries. Yep. And we're going to talk about our memories of that stuff. So listen to that, obviously, next episode. But we're going to talk about it a little more later. What else?
Hamaru from Samurai Showdown to come to Soul Calibur 6.
So like I said, Nation Tom, that we used to be a video game podcast, and one of our early episodes were fighting video games.
Yes,
that you don't remember.
No,
that was episode 2, I believe. Big, fuck you, Octopus. That was the name of the title.
Right, because I believe that was during the Mayweather Mike Tyson
big
match.
fight field, brother. Yes,
no,
that was it.
No,
Mayweather Tyson. Wait a minute, Mayweather, the Irish UFC fighter, McGregor.
Yeah.
So we were talking about guest fighters and stuff like that, like Smash and Soul Calibur, and now continuing the trend with guest
Soul
fighters.
Calibur loves their guests.
They really do, and they've been doing it good. And like, the same, Namco Bandai with Tekken, they've been doing their guest characters. But Samurai Showdown's Harumaru from Samurai Showdown, is going to be in Soul Calibur, and this was announced at the Evo Fighting Championships tournament, whatever. And that's a big deal because it's synergy, baby.
Cool.
Everybody loves it. Samurai Showdown is back. Soul Calibur's back. Fucking guest characters. Get some swords.
Crash.
Stage of history. Yes?
Crash Team Racing getting microtransactions. Whatever. It's just the world we live in, and it's pathetic.
That's exactly why I put this news on here.
Yeah.
So this is a remake of an older game, and they're just like, let's put microtransactions in it.
Fucking
so
cunts.
This is the world, baby.
Fucking
Don't buy them if you don't
buy the
like
game.
it.
Don't buy the game.
You can buy the game, but just don't buy the microtransactions.
Boycott the game.
No, that's not true, because a lot of good people made the game, but a lot of poor business decisions put microtransactions in it.
Nope. Retrosoft releasing Retromania for the Switch in 2020.
So yeah, you told me about this, Tom. You showed me the debut trailer. Describe what this is.
This, if anyone's familiar with the old school WWF WrestleFest.
Yes.
It's the graphics are like that.
Right.
Also, it also has that Fire Pro look to it.
Yeah.
Supposedly the controls are going to be a lot better than, like, say, Fire Pro.
Okay. A lot more arcadey.
Yeah. So, you know, as of right now, the roster is like Tommy Dreamer, Stevie Richards, and the BWO.
Sure, yeah, the Road Warriors, I believe.
Road Warriors, Cole Cabana, Zack Sabre Jr.
That's your boy. Yep.
Yeah, Snooze. And I'm looking forward to this because the Switch has no good wrestling games.
Right, yeah.
It really
the last
doesn't.
one I got, I think, was WWE
2K18.
Yeah, and
it was trash. It really was. It was not good.
What else, Tommy?
Moving on is the Switch is also releasing a SNES controller.
Yes, this is kind of breaking news as of recording that there was an FCC listing from Nintendo for a Super Nintendo style controller for the Nintendo Switch. And people know it's for the Nintendo Switch based off of the item codes or whatever. And there's a lot of speculation that the Nintendo Switch is going to start introducing or rolling out Super Nintendo games, probably through the Switch Online service, which I'm super down for because the last couple games they've been releasing on the NES service have been like you want to hear what the sound is of scraping the bottom of a barrel.
Yeah.
Fire that app up and you'll see what you get.
Can we get some fucking Blades of Glory? Like,
dude, is even Castlevania's on there?
Well, why release Castlevania when Konami just released the anniversary?
No, I understand that, but like I'm trying to think of, you have like a list of, okay, how about you definitely got a good point, and we did talk about this.
You've actually yelled at me.
No, you're right. But I feel like they have all these bullets in a chamber.
Yeah.
But they're just not even picking up that gun because like Konami's got it with their Castlevania collection or Capcom's got it with their Mega Man collection.
Yeah.
You know, like they're not touching them, but like they're there. But let's just keep doing this thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. Super Nintendo games, gimme.
That's gonna get you to renew.
Yeah, I know people were saying, well, there was one person online I saw that said that there might have been that might have speculated that this might be like a higher tier of the Switch Online, which maybe, I mean, like $12 a month or year, whatever the hell it goes. Like, how is it?
It's like 20.
It's 30 a year or something like that.
I think it's 20 a year.
It's like 35 a year, and with Super Nintendo games. All right,
sure,
yeah, whatever.
Why not?
We'll see when
as
it
long
happens.
as
If it happens, who knows?
As long as it includes the X-Men game that was on SNES. That was so fucking good. I loved playing as Beast, jumping up on the ceiling and punching down. That was fucking amazing.
It's not gonna do that.
Comic book news.
Oh man, good segue.
Yes. Wolverine has yet another kid. But this one was created the old-fashioned way by bumping uglies.
Isn't Dakin?
See, I was hearing that
his son, and not a clone.
Well, this is his daughter. This is a daughter that's not a genetic clone.
Well, because X-23 is a clone.
Yeah, and now it's been proven that that she's more and more actually his daughter because like they didn't grow her. And I don't know. It's fucking comics.
All right.
But apparently this new character named Rain.
Okay.
She was conceived by Wolverine and a French sorceress who was during World War II.
Sure.
Where the Nazis were trying to bring this demon to Earth called Truth.
Okay.
With the 24/7 title.
Right. I like that. Okay,
right.
Continue. I'm with it.
So Wolverine freed this woman and
Blitzkrieg.
They started bumping uglies.
Okay, cool. Yes, what you were doing with your hands is just lewd and
out
of control.
And by that, by Wolverine ejaculating into her.
Oh, that's how that happens. Wow.
Well, I figure,
Holy
I gotta.
Smokes. Isn't this a kid's show? You were saying?
And we said fuck at the top of the hour. So
when Wolverine and a French sorceress love each other so much, he puts a baby in her belly.
Yes,
and
exactly.
out comes Rain?
Yes.
All right, cool. What's her powers?
She has sorcery powers. She also has these energy claws.
Oh, okay. All right.
So she's going to be canon. So, and she's blonde. She looks like if Wolverine and Valkyrie from the comics had a kid.
Okay.
Very odd looking, but whatever. Cool. Okay. Good on Wolverine getting his dick wet.
I feel like Wolverine has got his dick
he
wet
gets his dick, yeah. He really does.
He really should have way more children than he has.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Moving on to movies.
They should do a whole arc like that, like the children of the Wolverine or something like
that.
They
kind of did. They did.
Oh, God, here we go. I riled him up. I wound him up.
They did when he died, they had her and they had Laura and Dakin running.
So the 3 times he had sex. Well, 2 times.
Running
I'm sure he ejaculated into something, and that's how they got the genetic material to make X-23. This is weird.
Well, yeah, they
Why are you smiling?
They had his DNA on file, and they
at the Weapon X program, I'd imagine.
At a spin-off of the Weapon X program.
Some fucking sleazy bar bathroom.
And they
scraped the ceiling off of.
Yeah.
God, why am I doing this to ourselves? But Nation, I'm sorry.
You're getting.
Why are you listening? Thank you for downloading.
And this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted.
You've
wanted near drunk Tom on the show when it's not November.
I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time.
Yes,
I'm having a good time.
So yeah, he came, he saw, he had a kid. Cool. Moving on to movies again.
Movie talk. Tom, please save us from the movie
Andy
talk.
Serkis is officially directing Venom 2.
Yes, this happened.
And it's no longer a question mark.
Well, I wrote it in Andy Serkis is directing Venom 2?
Well, I think he directed one of the Planet of the Apes.
I don't know about that. He directed that Mowgli movie.
Okay.
That went out to Netflix. So that's cool. I was going to look up his stuff, but I forgot. But obviously he's more well known as a motion capture artist. He did Gollum and the King Kong from the Peter Jackson movie and the Planet of the Apes. Caesar was the...
He was Caesar. He was also Gollum.
I just said that.
I wasn't listening.
Clearly. So cool.
I don't listen. I don't listen. I don't listen. I don't listen.
MCU wise, he was Ulysses Klaue from Black Panther, and before that, Age of Ultron. So that's cool. Hey,
very good.
Andy Serkis, I was always fond of.
Sure, good. I'm sure he could sleep tonight.
Fucking better. He's got the RudeBoyz approval.
David Benoff.
Is he gonna save Venom 2? Does Venom 2 need saving? I would love to see him as Cletus Cassidy. Actually, fuck Woody Harrelson.
I don't know. Woody Harrelson could do a fucking good Cletus Cassidy.
Well, he showed up. No, it's not bad, but I feel like Andy Serkis could go a little more kooky there.
I guess we'll have to see. Maybe they'll use him for the mocap.
All right,
he'll be directing and mocapping. Yeah, right?
It's no, you should do it like this, and then they just film. And all right, cool, movie's done. What else is happening?
Cum shot credits.
Stop. Wolverine's cum shot. Adamantium cum.
He doesn't come adamantium.
How do you know?
Well, no, the adamantium is only on his bones. It's not on his
it is. It's not on his bone, but it's on his bones.
It's not on his boner. He doesn't. So, it doesn't affect his fluids. He still bleeds.
Hang on.
David Benoff and DB Weiss got a whole shit ton of money from Netflix.
Yeah, to make some Netflix content. That's great. Good for them. Obviously, mostly well-known, these guys are the showrunners from Game of Thrones. And now, if you love that season, hate that show, whatever, for better or worse, they are creative. They adapted George R.R. Martin's works to the television and did a phenomenal couple of seasons. Again, for better or worse, they did it. They made some money. They're making a whole lot more money. And I think they're also doing a Star Wars set of movies, I think, too. But who knows if this Netflix deal is going to fuck that up.
Who knows?
It's possible, man.
Who knows?
It's a power grab, baby, coming from Disney and Netflix and Hulu and this and that. It's going to get crazy. These are going to be the new wars, my friend. The streaming wars of 2020. I'm calling it. What else, Tom?
TV.
All right, TV.
Cloak and Dagger doing a crossover with the Runaways.
That's cool.
That's very cool, especially since it's not on here, but especially since Disney announced their Disney Plus package for $12.99 a month. You can get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
Yeah. Well, because that's still under the umbrella of Disney now.
Right.
ESPN, I believe, always was under the umbrella of Disney. But
interesting.
Yeah, you had Walt Disney Company and Disney and ABC and ESPN and shit.
Right.
But obviously now that with all the Fox shit, they're a majority stakeholder in Hulu. So we will be talking about that also. There is also shows coming out to Hulu from Disney, from Marvel Studios, from Marvel Television mostly, which we'll spin into it right now. Yeah. The earlier mentioned Ghost Rider and Hellstrom shows coming to Hulu are going to be branded as I think it was Adventure into Terror or something like that. It's going to be a more horror slanted take on the Marvel. I don't even want to call it cinematic universe because there is a clear divide between Marvel Studios and Marvel Television, but the Marvel universe, visual universe, let's just say.
Okay.
So from your Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and your stuff on Netflix, this is going to be more horror slanted. So you might get a man thing, you might get the Man Wolf or something like that. I don't know if he really falls under Spider-Man, but you know what I mean. You're going to get that stuff.
Man Wolf was
John Jameson or his son. If it was John, it was John. Jonah. Yeah, John Jameson.
Yeah. And then you have
the Space Man.
You also got the character Werewolf by Night.
Sure. We also have Lord Dracula.
Where the guys, the main character in Werewolf by Night, the name is Jack Russell.
Oh God! Everyone was on drugs back then, weren't they? Making these characters what if it was a werewolf? You Jack Russell at night? Oh God! Wolverine.
No, what about Capwolf?
What? Oh yeah,
Capwolf.
I feel like everyone was a werewolf at that time period. You know what I'm saying?
The 90s were weird.
The 90s were weird. They were definitely weird. But since we're on the topic of Marvel Television, that branch of Marvel Studios again is going to announce their own set of Disney Plus shows in the future.
Okay.
So obviously, the Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision, that's all Marvel Cinematic, Marvel Studio stuff.
Right.
They are still going to do Marvel Television.
Sure.
For Disney Plus.
Cool.
Yeah. Great. That was a whole lot of stuff. What else is happening, Tommy?
Arrowverse stuff. Crisis on Infinite Earths is stacked.
Yeah, this is really cool. This is first off. A little preface. I've never watched any of these shows. I know you used to watch Arrow. Used to watch Flash.
Yeah.
I've always been a outside audience member, so I knew about the characters and whatever, and I knew how good Flash was originally and all this and all that. But this is the last season of Arrow. Mm-hmm. They obviously brought Supergirl into the mix when I guess CBS canceled it and CW picked it up, and then they introduced Batwoman, and they've had the Legends of Tomorrow. Or
Batwoman is trash, from what I heard.
Okay, but either way, they have a nice simmering amount of content that's just there for you, and they're going to do an entire. I think it's a 5-show crossover.
Yes.
Of obviously those main series, and they're bringing in people like Kevin Conroy to be.
Why do you guys steal my fucking thunder?
I'm sorry.
You fucking stole my goddamn fucking thunder.
Because I remember there were more names and I couldn't remember them, so I'm sorry.
Mark Hamill supposedly coming as live action Joker.
Right. Shit. Isn't Dean Cain coming back or something like that?
No. Brandon Routh is going to be Superman, who is the Atom.
Right. But he's being Earth 2 Superman or something
shit
like that. It's so
yeah,
they're all going all into the comic book craziness.
I don't know, man. I'm more stoked about the whole fucking Kevin Conroy playing old man Bruce Wayne.
Really good. That's a good pick.
And now I wonder, are we going to see a live action Terry McGinnis? That would be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome.
That really would.
That would be pretty awesome.
I'll take a Batman Beyond live action show.
Wait, don't they have that Black Lightning show too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've never seen it, so I don't
Right.
have an opinion. Don't give me that look.
No, because I remember it was a lot of buzz leading up to it, and I don't think it either got picked up or maybe it was
No,
a
it did.
miniseries. It did? Okay.
Yeah, I think they're on like season 2.
Okay, cool. Great job, CW. That was the one thing, man, that like when they wanted to introduce the Justice League and they wanted to recast all these people, like specifically the Flash, it was like, what are you doing? Like you had that. Like that was the one big complaint I had with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Marvel television stuff, was because like there was no, it was always the big brother talking down to the little brother, and the little brother got no say in it, and the little brother being Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, the Defenders.
Blitzkrieg.
Fuck you. You know what I mean? But the CW stuff did so good, and then like DCU was like, nah, sit down.
No, I know.
We know what we're doing.
And
all right.
Clearly not.
Right, yeah. And then they did Gotham.
And Pennyworth.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
DC, what are you doing?
We talk you up and then you fucking make us look like fools. Console Wars documentary to come to CBS All Access.
Yep.
CBS All Access is killing it, man.
There you go, man. Streaming Wars of 2020.
And I'm
it's
just like
brother.
They got The Stand coming out, which I'm very stoked
I
for.
know the Star Trek Picard series is getting a lot of good buzz.
So we'll see. I mean, maybe
I ain't getting it, but
maybe when The Stand is coming out, I'll.
You said that about Young Justice, and did you get the DC Universe?
Yeah, well, I couldn't justify $70 a year at that point. $70 a year. A year.
Man, no wonder the DC streaming service is getting spun into. I think it's like HBO Max or something now, because that's like the WB's.
I mean, I want to see Titans. I want to see Young Justice.
This stuff looks interesting, man. Did you see the trailer for season 2 of Titans?
Yeah,
looks interesting. Mm-hmm. I like having Jorah Mormont as Bruce Wayne. That's interesting.
Sure. We'll see if he puts on the Batsuit.
He might, because I feel like that's a nice.
Unless the Batsuit friend zones him. Oh, I know there's no such thing as the friend zone, but yo, that motherfucker was the president. Chris Miller and Phil Lord are making live action Sony Marvel stuff.
Yep, they sure are. So they're dealing with they're
Morbius.
Probably not Morbius. They're probably doing more television related stuff. And knowing them, they're probably going to do some stupid deep cuts. It's going to be like. What is it? This like the Superior Foes of Spider-Man. You're probably going to see that, like Boomerang and
cool.
I'm super down for that. And the Beetle and the Spot.
Beetle!
Puma. Like you're going to see this wacky shit.
Prowler.
Because those who don't know, those are the guys who basically helmed Into the Spider-Verse, and they broke the Disney streak of animated Academy Award
movies.
winning. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, good for you. The one good shining star out of Sony's Spider-Man portfolio in the past 10 years that wasn't a hand-in-hand done with Marvel Studios. Good job, you guys. And now I am vamping because Tom is gearing up for some wrestling news in Blitzkrieg news. Go down and check results. And I'm still talking. Here we go, Tom.
All right.
I warmed the crowd up.
All right. So NXT Takeover. It was SummerSlam
weekend.
Is
the word. Yep.
As per recording, or as we record.
Yeah. All right.
I don't fucking know. You and your shitty time paradox. So we didn't do a wrestle special because we're both kind of cold on the WWE right now because it's kind of been trash. It really has. Like
it has, yeah. And I mean that's not to say anything about the talent or anything like that.
It's the writing, it's the direction.
Has not won us over
exactly.
Yet. Also, I mean, don't get us wrong. Time has gotten away from us a little bit. Like, real life stuff has gotten into our way. Our love for the wrestling business has waned a little bit, and the current WWE product is not really helping stir up interest. Like WrestleMania is something different, Royal Rumble is something different, SummerSlam is just like, all right, cool.
Survivor Series is something different.
Survivor Series is something different, yes, but it's just like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. SummerSlam I've never been a fan of.
Right. If you can listen to our last Wrestle special about SummerSlam, we started talking about WrestleMania because we didn't really remember. But still.
So anyway, the results for NXT Takeover, which I am gonna watch.
Okay. Cool. Hit us it up.
We got Breezango, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango defeated the Forgotten Sons, Wesley Blake, and Steve Cutler.
I think that was a dark match, but whatever. Continue.
Oh, so it's probably on right now.
Spoiler alert, or not spoiler alert.
Oh, here's
Time paradox.
Tournament final for NXT Breakout Tournament. Didn't even.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Jordan Miles defeated Cameron Grimes. Cool. Wow. Tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Street Profits, Dawkins and Montez Ford defeated the Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, which is such a all right. I like watching the Street Profits on NXT.
Sure.
Really could give two shits about them on the main roster.
Right, because they're just backstage hype men, basically.
They're doing crime time shit.
Right.
That's essentially what they're doing.
Right.
It's garbage.
Right. And to be completely honest...
And honestly, the Undisputed Era should have won this.
Right. I figured because you had Roderick Strong in the North American Championship match, and Kyle O'Reilly and... What's the guy's name?
Bobby
Fish. Thank you. In the Tag Team Championship match, I assumed Undisputed was walking away with all the gold at this event. And already, one match in, didn't happen.
Right.
So, what else?
Match number 2, Io Shirai defeated Candice LeRae by technical submission. Io Shirai she's known as the genius of the skies, but now she's gone batshit crazy because she couldn't beat Shayna Baszler.
Right. So she's turned heel, basically.
Yeah, and Candice LeRae, honestly, I don't think she's picked up a win in singles, which is a shame because she is so fucking good.
Right, but she's the female Johnny Gargano, and it just so happens that they're married. Yes, but she's I'm assuming the crowd loves her, and she's pure white, a good guy, good girl, whatever, and she can wrestle and lose, but people will still be behind her.
What I would love to see, because we'll get into that. What I would like to see.
All right.
Velveteen Dream defeated Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong for the NXT North American Championship.
Right.
I don't even know how Pete Dunne weaseled his way into this. I really don't. Going back to the previous match, I heard that was actually probably one of the matches of the night. Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae.
Right, cool.
Shayna Baszler.
If only we had a first-hand account.
Shayna Baszler defeated Mia Yim by submission. I wish Mia Yim would have won, man.
Right.
Shayna
Baszler's unstoppable. Until she is stopped, or she moves to the main roster, and then it's I have to vacate this belt.
Yeah, exactly. I don't... unless they're actually going to move forward doing a four horsewomen of wrestling versus 4 horsewomen of MMA at Survivor Series, I don't see her touching the main roster. That's the only way I see.
Nah, she will.
Adam Cole defeated Johnny Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Right.
2-1, obviously.
Yes.
And then I think it became a cage match with weapons and shit.
Yeah.
What I would love to see is Ciampa, Gargano, and Candice LeRae form a deadly alliance.
Okay.
And just run roughshod. But there are so many heel stables in NXT.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
they would have
Undisputed is huge right now.
Forgotten Sons.
Yep.
They would have to be a face stable.
Yeah, but you don't have a lot of those. So.
Unfortunately, no.
So that was NXT Takeover time. Yep. Obviously, you didn't see it. So, is your hype meter high for it?
Oh yeah, no. I'm.
You're a big NXT fan.
Yeah, so. You know me. I mean,
life gets in our way, so unfortunately, we weren't able to see it at the time. But
not life. It's just slackers.
I was trying to be nice.
Pre-show.
Now we're talking about SummerSlam.
Oh, SummerSlam 2019. Sorry, at Toronto.
2019, not 2008? Do you want to go through the 2008 card?
Drew Gulak defeated Oney Larkin for the Cruiserweight Championship.
I heard Drew Gulak punched him in the throat.
Really? Jesus.
don't get me wrong about SummerSlam. Like parts of the card, I was just like, yeah, I'd watch that. But it's like if it was in front of me, like effort needs to get put in from my part to watch this stuff. Like I've been a lapsed WWE Network subscriber because of credit card issues, but like I was just like,
let me put it this way. Mm-hmm. We were here on Sunday.
Yes.
In the studio.
Yes.
If I had it on in the background.
Yeah.
Despite company that was here, would you have been glancing over?
I might have. Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually because I was thinking about throwing it on the old smart TV.
Right. Oh well, didn't happen. It's all good.
Something I got to talk to you about. Smart TVs.
Okay. All right.
Buddy Murphy defeated Apollo Crews by DQ. I think this is all pre-show
Well,
shit.
yeah, because I think Rowan came out to continue that storyline, and he beat up Buddy Murphy.
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. The storyline's actually not bad. And the fact that Buddy Murphy's involved.
Yeah, no, Buddy Murphy was one of those talents in the post Enzo 205 Live that was like, fuck yeah, let's watch this guy.
Yeah, remember he was.
Oh yeah, from NXT also, but he is his completely different level.
So I'm very surprised that they're keeping him and Alexa Bliss off the same shows
because they don't want to have that allure.
No, but no. But I was reading
that's
they
not
like
their
to have
band, brother.
No. I was reading they like to they like to try to have couples on the same show so they're not traveling separately.
No, it doesn't. Oh, Alexa Bliss is what? She's Raw, right?
Yeah, but I mean she's now the tag team women's champion,
right?
So she could bounce between. Yeah. But I'm kind of surprised. Speaking of, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeated the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, which I'm happy with. You know what? I'm so glad that Nikki Cross has a title. I always dug her. She's just cute and insane. Becky Lynch defeated Natalya.
I didn't even know this was a submissions match.
Submission match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship match. Which also led into Monday Night Raw, where Natalya came out in a sling, and then Natalya was just going on and on about Jim Neidhart being dead and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. The Canadian crowd, savage. They were chanting boring while Natalya was talking about her dead father. Boy. And then fucking Sasha Banks' music hits. All of a sudden, and everyone's losing their shit. She comes out, and all of a sudden she takes her pink hair off, and she has blue hair underneath.
Right. Okay.
And she just proceeds to beat the fuck out of Natalya, and then Becky comes down for the save, and then she proceeds to beat the fuck out of Becky Lynch. There's a video of when Sasha Banks is hitting Becky Lynch with the chair. The chair clips the back of her neck, back of her head.
Okay.
So pretty cool. Heel Sasha.
Refreshing.
Goldberg defeated Ziggler. AJ Styles with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows defeated Ricochet.
Okay.
Which I heard that match was fucking awesome.
Sure, yeah. How long you have the match list? How long did that match go?
13 minutes.
It's a pretty good amount of time for those two young chaps. Sure.
One young chap.
Yeah.
AJ's my age. Bailey defeated Ember Moon.
Okay.
In 10 minutes.
Okay.
That's what you want me to do now?
No, you don't have to.
Cool. Kevin Owens defeated Shane McMahon. If Kevin Owens lost, he had to quit, but he didn't, so that's good.
Cool.
But then he got fined $100,000 for attacking Elias because Elias was a
referee or some
shit like that. Charlotte Flair defeated Trish Stratus by submission. Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton ended in a double countout, and then Kofi proceeded just to beat the fuck out of Randy Orton with a kendo stick. I'm really glad this feud got reignited.
What, from fucking 2011?
Sure.
Okay.
But you know what? I dig it.
Word.
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, defeated Finn Balor. Dude, this entrance was so fucking frightening to watch.
It was. I'm glad, man. I'm glad, and it doesn't seem like.
But let's not get glad yet.
Yeah, let's
not get penis.
I liked what I've seen on YouTube.
Sure,
and, the theme music and shit. I've liked it so far. But can't wait for you to ruin it, Vince.
He totally will. Seth Rollins defeated Lesnar with Paul Heyman to become the WWE Universal Champion. That's pretty much why I watched Raw.
Right.
Like, if Seth Rollins lost, I was going to watch Raw this week.
And, like, from what I understand, that was, like, the most clean he's lost a match, Lesnar.
I'm sure.
Since, like, Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, good for you, Seth Rollins. Look like a true champion, brother.
Cool.
Tyler Black, motherfucker.
Which apparently, like, Stone Cold Steve Austin was, like, you know, hyping him up. He was just like, yo, he's the future.
Good. I mean, unless that's just lip service to be like, hey, audience.
Well,
get a load of this guy. He's the future.
Well, they also had him on because Stone Cold Steve Austin had his new show,
yeah.
which actually wasn't bad. I watched it.
You did watch it? Okay.
It's cool. Austin. Why the fuck wouldn't I watch it?
You got a good point.
Even though you make IPAs, Stone Cold Steve Austin, what the hell, man?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the thing.
You betray me.
What else is happening in the wild world of wrestling?
In New Japan, the Bullet Club has a new member.
Oh, is this? I did
Kenta
see about that.
Kenta joined at G1. So that's pretty cool.
All right, neat.
And that's all I have for...
Well, the WWE...
Oh, yes. Yep. Whoops.
Whoopsies.
As per recording, the WWE is doing King of the Ring.
Yes.
It starts on Monday.
Starts on yesterday as we're posting.
Yeah, what the fuck ever, man.
Yeah, so as of recording, the matches haven't begun yet. But, they're dusting out the old King of the Ring tournaments. And
here are the participants.
Yeah, okay, here you go.
We got Ali.
From SmackDown.
Andrade. From Raw.
SmackDown. I think he got moved back to SmackDown.
He was on Raw on Monday.
He had a wild card role.
He faced Rey Mysterio, who's a main Raw guy. He's on Raw, dude.
I don't think he is. And, okay, you know what? Let's not talk
Apollo
about that.
Crews on SmackDown. Baron Corbin,
Raw.
who the fuck knows where.
Raw.
Buddy Murphy, SmackDown. Yeah. Cedric Alexander, Raw. Cesaro, Raw. Chad.
But he fought Aleister Black on SmackDown.
Chad Gable,
205 Live.
Drew Mack, Raw. Elias,
Raw. I think SmackDown. Actually,
he showed up on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think he's SmackDown.
Well, he's buddy with Shane, so he shows up where the fuck Shane shows up.
Rosters are fun.
Kevin Owens, SmackDown. Miz, Raw. Ricochet, Raw. Sami Zayn, Raw. Samoa Joe, Raw. Shelton Benjamin, SmackDown.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm saying Drew.
I'm saying Andrade.
Drew.
Although King Ricochet, we know that worked out well because he had that gimmick in the 80s.
Sure, but they are fucking hyping Drew up hard.
I can see him go to the finals.
So you think it's going to be Drew versus Ricochet?
If it's going to be face versus heel, I could see it be Ricochet versus Andrade.
Interesting.
And then maybe have, like, do this weird, like, Drew McIntyre loses to Ricochet and then beats the shit out of Ricochet. So he's like, oh no, I don't think I'm going to... He's like the underdog.
Sure.
But still Andrade wins.
Okay.
And this ends in September's pay-per-view Clash of Champions, which, hey, all right, now we have a long-term tournament. Good on you, WWE.
It starts on Raw and then continues the next night onto SmackDown.
Right. Tonight. You love that.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, so King of the Ring, everybody. Let us know who you think is going to win the 2019 WWE King of the Ring.
Hopefully CM Punk doesn't ruin it.
Yeah, maybe. Well, don't follow him on Twitter.
That fucking moron.
What else? Is there anything else in Blitzkrieg, Tom?
Yeah, in etc.
In etc. news. Go ahead.
Sit the fuck down with the mergers, Disney. A new king has risen as Viacom and Nickelodeon acquires the rights to Garfield.
Yeah. They got Garfield and also U.S. Acres, so don't worry.
What about Dilbert?
What the fuck is Dilbert? Who gives a fuck about Dilbert? Don Adams, whatever the fuck.
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey? Yeah, exactly. Sit the fuck down. What else, Tom?
Marvel is bringing Marvels to podcasts.
Yes, so Marvel, you're welcome. We kept the podcast audience warm for you.
Think of us like as your fluffer.
Okay. Marvel's was a...
we fluffed that dick for you.
Damn it. The adamantium dick. Marvel's was a mid-90s run miniseries originally with Alex Ross art And what it did was it followed a street-level reporter for the Daily Bugle going through all these events in Marvel Universe history. So, like, the introduction of the original android Human Torch, the debut of the Fantastic Four, the introduction of mutants and, that whole racism stuff, and also the death of Gwen Stacy. So this is pretty cool. Voice cast wise, it's going to have a little man known as Method Man, and he's going to be playing Ben Urich, who is for those who don't know, he's a very well-known Spider-Man, Daredevil character, and a photojournalist or whatever reporter for the Daily Bugle.
I'm fucking so okay with that.
And it's going to have a lot of the other characters from Marvels, and from what I understand, the premise is going to be right after the Fantastic Four fight Galactus for the first time. So it's going to be pretty cool. And now, Tom, you've listened to a lot of the Marvel podcasts, correct? Like one. So one of them.
The Wolverine one.
Long Night or whatever it was called?
Yeah, which I got to check if on Spotify if they have the new one up.
Okay, cool.
But I'm definitely excited to hear METHOD, man. METHOD, man.
Okay.
Yeah, don't fucking correct me. Fucking protect your neck, motherfucker.
Tom, what did the one rude boy say to the other rude boy?
Catch up.
Exactly. Let's catch up. Let's catch up with your boys. Let's catch up with the nation.
Let's do it.
What have you been? What's been going on in your life, Tommy? In no particular order, because we're trying to mix it up a little bit this episode.
I read Powers of X #1, which
you read House of X last time, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
House of X #2. Powers of X #2 just came out recently, so I have
a lot of hand gestures going on.
I got to get on that. Yeah.
Not a visual medium.
Yet. Kinky.
How you liking it so far?
I am. It's fucking weird. There you go. Clink.
Cheers. What a bunch of fucks.
I do. I like Powers of X. Powers of X went into like the future.
Okay.
If you guys follow us on Instagram, which you should, at RudeBoyz 469.
Yeah, Instagram.com. But
yeah, Instagram.com.
RudeBoyz 469.
And you can follow my personal one, Tommy Cash 80. Tommy Cash 80.
You're looking at me like I know you.
You should. Why? You should, because you should be liking everything that I put out.
I think I do.
You see a picture of Nimrod, who's just like. He's trying to be like this benevolent. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You got it. I'm here for you.
Tyrant almost, and he's just like yes, he's still a mutant killer. Nimrod, for anyone who doesn't know.
Future Sentinel.
Yes, thank you. But like he kind of has like a little kid's mentality, almost. So like
this used to be like a kid Nimrod, right, or something like that. Wasn't there like a?
You're thinking of Vision.
No.
Yes.
I feel like there was a
Kid Apocalypse.
Maybe I'm thinking of Kid Apocalypse.
You're probably thinking of Kid Apocalypse.
I'm gonna look into it.
But he's just like this, like he's just so happy when he gets to like kill mutants when he can.
Well, good for him. It's always good to do something you love.
Exactly.
Like this podcast.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's very cool. They introduced the character Rasputin, who is a mixture of, I want to say, Colossus, Magic, Kitty Pryde, and Nightcrawler, and Wolverine, and X-23, actually.
Okay.
And then you have Red Demon, who is a mixture of... He looks like Nightcrawler, essentially, but he's red.
Okay.
So, it's cool. I'm liking House of X a little bit better, because I also read House of X #2.
Okay.
Where they pretty much made Moira McTaggart... spoiler alert, by the way.
Oh, shit.
They made Moira McTaggart a mutant.
They made her, or she always was, but she hit
No.
very good.
She, She was human, like, but in this, she's a mutant. Like, she dies.
Oh, right. This is like
gets
a different
resurrected
universe thingy, right? Okay.
She gets resurrected and then comes back and like has all the knowledge of the previous life. Okay. So like she's tried, you know, Charles Xavier's way. She's tried Magneto's way. Okay. She's tried Apocalypse's way. So now she's on her 9th life. She can only resurrect 10 times.
Okay.
I think she's on her 9th life right now. So she is trying Xavier's way. And that's what is House of X right now. Which I'm still saying, I don't know if you've seen pictures of Professor X and the big Cerebro. I don't think it's Xavier.
I was about to say, I didn't think it was either. But
I'm smelling sinister shit. There's definitely some Mr. Sinister shit going on.
Okay.
I have read The Boyz, the comic. It's a lot more violent and a lot more graphic than the show. The show's very fucking graphic from, you know, what we've seen. I am definitely enjoying the comic.
Okay.
The character Huey, definitely, I showed you, it looks like Simon Pegg.
Right.
Like straight up is Simon Pegg. And then I binge watched the fuck out of the show one weekend.
Oh, the show. We can talk about the show now.
Does it feel
because I started watching.
Doesn't feel too good, does it?
Is this what I do to you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Not really. So yeah, we started watching. Bonnie and I started watching The Boyz, and
I'm very surprised.
Yeah, I started watching it on the train,
mm-hmm.
and I had to stop about 20 minutes in for reasons.
What?
You know, because a girl gets obliterated, and it's a bloodbath, and they go to a weird sex club. So it was a lot of things I couldn't just have in a public space.
That fucking sex club, when the guy who's like the preacher.
Yeah, which was
how he stretches himself,
which turns out to be a plot point later in the show. Yeah, so when I started telling her about it, then she was just like, "Would I like this?" And I'm like, I told her I kind of sold it more, which is what I like more about the show is the more realistic portrayal it takes superheroes in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say what Watchmen did had superheroes in the real world, but everyone hates them. So let's have superheroes in the real world, but everyone loves them. And you have this PR human resources company that basically represents all these superheroes, and they spin, and then they merch, and then they sell their likenesses, and then they do all this stuff. It's a lot. It's layered, very layered.
Yeah.
But fans of Watchmen would probably like this also because it deals with.
See, I wasn't a big fan of Watchmen, but I enjoy the fuck out of it.
Because you hated the lizard god worshiper, right?
Alan Moore, yeah.
I'm not a fan of his.
And you know what? I am probably gonna give Watchmen another shot. Big blue dick and all.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it was not that big.
Yeah, sure.
But really digging it. We're only up to season 6, so we got 3 more episodes.
Episode 6. It's only season 1.
Did I say season 6?
Yeah, you did.
Episode 6, and we'll have it done by next episode. Good. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I'm like, what was the last thing you saw?
Episode 5.
What happened? Do you remember?
Episode 5 dealt with. All right, spoiler alert for those who aren't ready to watch The Boyz or whatever. So the Boyz, Butcher and Mother's Milk, found the children of Compound V. So Butcher uses...
Yes! That's the part I wanted to ask if you were up to. Oh, come on!
Very, very funny.
When he uses the baby as a weapon, I lost my shit.
Very, very funny.
Because, I started reading the book after I saw the series.
Sure.
And my brother turns to me and goes, that didn't happen in the book at all.
Cool. That's good.
He's good. Like, they just used the baby as a fucking weapon, dude.
That's good that they're branching out.
Yo, I was dying at that. And when he's just like, oh, really? Come on.
Yeah, it's really well written, and it has a lot of good one-liners out of the episodes. Some things are like, holy shit, that was really funny.
Yeah.
Because it's like a single thing they'll say, oh, I can't think of it.
And the kid who plays Huey, that's Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid's son.
Yes.
So
we looked that up also.
And Randy Quaid's nephew.
Yeah. By proxy, yes, that's correct. You're
Yep.
absolutely correct.
I know how family works.
That is how family works. I mean, since I was talking about stuff that I've been watching, I'll also talk about that Bonnie and I watched. What the fuck movie did we watch? We watched a couple of horror movies. The Ritual, which was a Netflix original movie, or something like that. It was pretty spooky. It dealt with like a cult in like Norway or some shit.
Well, Norway, it's fucking creepy right there. And
so that was pretty good. A lot of good spooks coming out of that one. The movie Friend Request.
Whoa. Kids show.
Friend Request was actually a bunch of jump scares with that. Like, it dealt with I don't know if you saw anything about this movie, Tom, but it was like on the streaming services and whatnot. It deals with, like, you'll love it, social media obsession, and this one person who has no friends. I thought it was going to be like a single white female thing. This one person who has no friends on Facebook befriends this, like, very personable young woman, and then that person becomes obsessed with the main character, and at the point it gets weird, so then she defriends the weird friend, and then it turns out the weird friend is a witch, and then spooky stuff happens, people get killed. Pretty good jump scares, though, I'd have to say. So, again, it's free on the streaming services. Check it out if you want to. You just throw it on. Well, yeah, you got to subscribe to the services, obviously.
Something I forgot to put into Blitzkrieg, and it's a show that you and I watched. Season 2 of Hill House. Mm-hmm. I was reading that Bly Manor, which is the next season, is going to be 10 times scarier than Hill House. So...
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I'm a horror fan, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I didn't need it to be horror or spooky or something.
As long as it still has a good story.
Exactly. Yes, I
don't give a shit.
Was good. It was a proper amount of creepy.
Yep.
I didn't need it. It had like 2 jump scares in it at most. That show, and it was still great.
Yeah,
I thought. Spooky wise, though, we played Fury of Dracula.
Yeah, we did.
We played that. We did a little.
So we got impromptu.
And Bonnie and I actually watched a video to kind of hone up some skills. So what it is
definitely need more people for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because trying to inventory everything.
Yeah, no, it's tricky. So the premise of the episode is. The premise of the game is that it's 4 vampire hunters versus Dracula. So it's at most 5-person game with 4 versus 1. And you have to go around a Risk-style map that takes place in Europe.
Hold on, sorry, Chris.
Alive?
Fresh.
Yeah, baby. You have to go around Europe and try to get supplies and try to find information on Dracula and his whereabouts and what sort of influence he has in Europe. And the person who's playing Dracula has to sneakily go around Europe and start placing traps and start trying to gain influence, so then he ends up winning. And when the two stumble upon each other, there's conflict and combat, and
that combat was confusing as fuck.
It was very confusing, and a lot of videos on YouTube definitely helped. We only played... I feel like we must have played for like 90 minutes or something.
We didn't scratch the surface at all.
Exactly, yeah.
It was fun, though. I really did have a good time.
Yeah.
It was something we should have started definitely earlier.
And definitely maybe had like a day of just like, what's this game all about?
A prep.
Instead of trying to like get into it as we were going.
Yeah, totally. Definitely looking forward to jumping back into it.
Game-wise, I mean, I know I invited you out that night, but it was late and you were watching Endgame. I went to Dave & Buster's, and I haven't been to a Dave & Buster's in fucking forever.
Okay.
So yeah, the Dave & Buster's I went to, man, it's like light gun heaven there now. Like you have.
I feel like it's been like that.
It's really been morphing into that. If it's not like basketball games, it's like like games based off of mobile apps. It's all light gun games. So the first game I played, I went there with Bonnie and her cousins. We played the Luigi's Mansion light gun game, which was kind of like a weird like play on Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And it was a lot of fun. And you basically have this vacuum, and you kind of hit the ghosts and try to pull them away and suck them up. There was that. There was just a ton of stuff. I tried like a VR sit-down thing.
Yeah, I see that on commercials. I don't know. That skeeves me the fuck out.
You know what? Bonnie's cousin really wanted to do it, so I was like, all right, fine, let's do it. Like I've done VR, I've done PSVR, I've done like the
different.
Cheap, I've done like the cheap like Google Cardboard and stuff like that. But yeah, this is like you're sitting in like a bench, and the bench is starting to move, and this and that, and I'm like, all right, this is pretty serious. This is some legit VR stuff. So that was pretty cool.
You saw Fruit Ninja?
Bonnie and I played Fruit Ninja.
Nice.
They also had a Marvel Contest of Champions game, which
yes.
I didn't play, but I was like, oh shit, there you go.
I've heard it's not good.
Well, I mean, they're trying to adapt.
Yeah, no, which kind of like what they did with Injustice.
Yes, I think there was that too.
Okay.
Injustice 2 or something like that. Yeah, so that was there. Also, there was this weird like. Obviously out of date Spider-Man Homecoming game that was ripped from Spider-Man Unlimited. That was the auto runner.
The television.
Right? That?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that.
I missed that game. That was such a good toilet game.
It was a really good toilet game, and there was no swiping involved. Like every time Spider-Man was to move, his spider sense would go off, and you would tap a button.
Well, that's how the game was. So.
Well, no, you would swipe to like
right, but still,
right.
you would see the spider sense
active instead of like tap, 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 tap.
Was it a ticket game?
Yeah, I got a couple tickets.
Because I would fucking be able to buy that ticket store with how good I was.
All right, take it easy.
I'm a fucking golden god at that game.
You know what? I'm a pretty. I'd say like a nice silver god at Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Oh, okay.
And the new character came out.
Oh, did it?
Hero from Dragon Quest.
Okay.
And I say Dragon Quest because that's a nice blanket term because it's a new character from the.
It's kind of like Robin.
Sort of, yeah. So what I mean by the hero from Dragon Quest is that the main skin or the main interpretation of this character is from the new Dragon Quest game, Dragon Quest XI.
Mm-hmm.
But this character has three different it has 8 alternate skins altogether, but 3 distinct ones. One based off of Dragon Quest III, one based off of Dragon Quest V, and one based off of Dragon Quest VIII. But it's the same character completely. It's just a different look, different voice, same motherfucker. And this character is fucking weird, man.
Is he?
So it's a dude with a sword and a shield. So already you're probably like, oh, here we go again. He plays. He's much more heavy than what you're used to. Like a Fire Emblem character is one thing, but like your Ike, he's like a heavy boy.
Okay.
But he's like slow and shit. Whereas it's almost like Hero is like Link, but like in a Fire Emblem gimmick, you know what I mean? So like he's got the sword and the shield.
Sure.
He's not as nimble as a
cat.
As a cat, yeah, as like a quick little Fire Emblem character, and he's not as bulky as like Ike, and he's got magic. So a big thing,
magic missile.
A big thing is that his B, his side B, and his up B, they're all chargeable. Similar to like how Robin's is.
Okay.
But his down B. Okay. So now listen, this guy, right? This hero, he has on his.
We need a hero.
Icon, I'm looking up a hero. He has an MP bar.
Okay.
Like in any good old JRPG, and every time he uses the B moves, that MP goes down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you use like a little fireball that's a little MP. You charge it up for a big fireball.
So all I can offer the ladies is a low fireball.
That's fine. But his down B, you get it, pulls up a menu of 4 random moves that you can choose and you can use.
You can choose and use, or you lose.
Oh, boy. Which makes him, like... He could be potentially like super overpowered because like some of his moves are just like maybe like super powered attacks or whatever, like a big fireball or a big electric blast or something like that. Or it could like put everyone to sleep or do this weird kamikaze explosion.
Like a Jigglypuff?
Yeah.
Jigglypuff, 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 Pika Pika!
I'm up. Yeah, so like a lot of his moves are just kind of like random pools and stuff like that. And if you get like a good move out of that, then damn, the whole game is in your favor. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I haven't really had much of a chance to play him like a lot because I usually go through classic with these new characters, get the spirits, and move the fuck on.
That's what I do.
I did the Dragon Quest spirits. I got all of those. I'm still waiting on the motherfucking Link's Awakening spirits that I missed, but I think they're back in rotation right now, so I have to check that out.
Cool.
But a good reason why I'm not really worried about those spirits is I'm still knee deep, elbow deep,
shoulder deep. I'm shoulder deep right now.
You're shoulder deep.
I'm
Actually,
fucking.
I think you're starting to pull out though. We'll talk about that right now.
Nah,
Marvel
man.
Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order exclusive. For the Nintendo Switch console.
I'm about to fully enter. Like I'm like second foot in.
RudeBoyz Game Club.
Fuck a duck.
So you beat the game, Tom, I heard, right? Little word on the street is that you beat this game.
Yeah, I did.
And you beat it on like normal difficulty.
Yeah. Now I'm doing pretty much the Game Plus. So I'm playing on Superior.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I heard it and I heard there's another unlockable. It's Ultimate after that.
Me.
Yeah, so
yo, all I gotta say is the fucking DLC that's coming our way. They better fucking be giving me these guys at level 40 right off the fucking bat, man.
I hear you.
Because this shit is bananas. What I'm trying to do right now.
Okay.
Is
So you hang on. So you beat the game.
I dug it.
I
mean, I have my gripes.
Okay.
I think we talked about it. Like, I kind of wish there was more character interaction.
Yes. I've been in situations where I was Thor and I was talking to Odin, and Odin was talking about Thor.
Right.
Right. Guy.
Okay, so
or I was Thor talking to Loki and
playing as Superior Plus, and I gotta figure out how to get this up onto the Instagram. You know when you're fighting Sandman and you're supposed to be assisting Spider-Man. So I had Spider-Man in my party.
Okay.
So there are two Spider-Mans running around.
That's
yeah.
Well, I mean, the game. Yeah, I guess the game at that point doesn't realize.
Another thing was I had Hulk with me. So after you beat Sandman, you know how you have like everyone there.
Everyone shows up. Yeah.
So I have Hulk talking to Hulk.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. There's a little share button. I have to remind you about.
I did. I did unlock some characters. Not character skins.
Okay.
It's really disappointing because it's just fucking repaints.
Yeah. With some of them though,
Captain America's is awesome.
What is Captain America?
It's just it's like his Winter Soldier, where it's like black and gray.
Okay.
Almost.
Right.
Drax, it's gray and red. Black Widow, it's straight white.
Okay.
I think one of the only characters that gets a whole new skin is Hulk.
Deadpool gets the chef costume if you got the
I did.
DLC. Right?
I did. And Hulk as John Fix-It, even though it's called Joe Fix-It.
So wait, they give him the cost. They give him
the zoot suit.
Really?
And that's what I've read. I still trying to get that is such a pain in the ass because he's not leveled proper right now.
No, I understand, and
so
that's the problem I'm having with.
So what I'm doing right now is I have Wolverine as my main because he's level 44.
Sure.
44 represent.
Who else is on your team?
My main.
Yeah.
That I used to beat the game with.
Yep.
It was Wolverine, Spider-Man, Scarlet Witch, and Storm.
Okay.
And so, I'll usually have Spider-Man, I'll have Wolverine, and a combination of those three. I think right now I'm running out with Wolverine, Spider-Man, Black Widow, and Falcon.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to work on the Avengers.
Sure.
Trying to get the Avengers up.
Sure.
And I'm trying to find more Infinity Rifts.
Nice.
Because I do want costumes, even though they're repaints.
Right, yeah.
Some of those Infinity Rifts are a bitch.
Well, see, okay, so my issue is because I haven't beat the game yet. Because
what are you up to?
So I'm in the I'm in nowhere right now, fighting the Black Order.
Okay. How easy was Destroyer? He was fucking easy.
So his fight dealt with the introduction of the Rainbow ISO 8, if I remember correctly, right? Because you would have to go around, collect the other ISO 8, and then it would basically put you in hyper mode, and you would fight stronger. So, like, I guess it was easy. I no real boss fight jumped out at me that was super easy. I don't remember if we talked about this on air, but when I went to go fight Dormammu, and some of these boss battles are just gimmicked in the sense that you have to do something in a certain amount of time in order to hit the stun bar and then basically continue the fight.
Green Goblin.
And perfect point right there. Like, the boss was a gimmick. Or even like fighting Venom. Apparently, you're supposed to bring him over to the sirens, and that will do that.
Or the electric conduits that are open.
Yeah, I never was able to do that.
Yeah, I did that. I
kept beating them.
I was able to do that in the Infinity Rifts.
But so anyway, some of these boss battles are gimmicked, and I would understand the gimmick, but I would still get overwhelmed with goons, basically. And so,
that's the
that was the problem. So I dropped the difficulty down to friendly, and I was still having a hard time. But it wasn't because I wasn't understanding. It was just like I kept getting overwhelmed, and it was just like, this is no fun. And so what I did to kind of offset this, try to get myself out of this rut, was I started mixing up my team. So the thing after, I think, the Dark Dimension is you go to Wakanda, I believe. Oh no, after the Dark Dimension, I think you go to Adelan. Adelan? Am I saying that right? With the Inhumans?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Whatever.
Attilan.
Okay, sure. So what I wanted to do is I mixed up my team. So it was like, all right, who would be representing my alliance? So it would be like, all right, you got Crystal, Drax.
I tried Crystal,
Ms. Marvel, and someone else. I don't remember. But I was like, you know what? Let's just mix it up. Let me see what I got.
Captain
going on
Marvel
here.
or Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel, because she's Inhuman.
Kamala Khan.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we went to Wakanda.
Why Drax?
Because I was just like, space. Yeah. At some point, it's just like, all right, let's just mix
Crystal
it up.
is someone I want to build.
Okay.
I want to build. I think she
have that opportunity now.
She's level 6.
Right. So
I think she could be a beast.
I kept mixing up my team. So the next one, when we went to Wakanda, I went with Black Panther, Storm, Falcon, and Luke Cage for no particular reason whatsoever. And then the next one after that was Asgard. So it was Thor, Hulk, Doctor Strange, and Ghost Rider. And really, Thor, Hulk, Doctor Strange was because they were all in Ragnarok, technically. And Ghost Rider because it's like, all right, we're in hell, so... Not hell, double H-E...
hell was a pain in the ass, man.
Hell was okay. Asgard was better. But Hell was short. Yeah, Hell was a pain in the ass. You're right. Hell was a pain in the ass.
Asgard was short. Hell was a pain in the ass because those fucking demons. Pits. No, the pits that would spit up, man.
So there was that, and then Asgard, and then we went to Nowhere. Yeah. And then Nowhere, I was just like, all right, cool. Space team now. So
Star-Lord,
Captain Marvel, Iron Man.
And
I was just like...
Rocket and Groot.
But no, and then I was just like, Spider-Man. Because I was like... Star-Lord, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man were so low level, I was like, I need someone higher. Yeah. And then guess what? I'm fighting the Black Order. So I'm like, I'm getting my ass handed to me. So I talked to you, and I was like, I need to get my 4 strongest guys, and I need to start leveling them up. So my team, as of right now, and probably to the end of the game, is going to be Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, and also Black Panther.
Who was the last member of the Black Order?
Okay, so the last member I am in the middle of fighting with is Corvus Glaive. He's a fucking pain in the fucking asshole.
I was on that fight for 2 hours. I know I'm not helping your confidence at all.
It's getting to a point where it's just like not fun. You know what I mean? It's like
he's a pain in the ass. Obviously, okay. Look, spoiler alert: Proxima Midnight's next.
Okay.
Because that's the only other one left.
Yeah, you're right.
That fight's so much easier.
Good.
Like, so much.
See, that's
I hate those fucking, little duplicates he spits out. I'm like, fuck you. I don't need this shit
I feel like
now,
I'm
man.
not talking about it. I feel like I gotta do more range attacks. But, that's the thing about this thing. It's like,
Wolverine with his...
Wolverine's not high level enough.
Oh, you're a fool.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Dude, okay, because the one thing you should have done
Okay, what should I have done at this point, Tom, about 20 hours into this game?
Is boost up Scarlet Witch.
Which I did going into the Dark Dimension.
Okay, you should have continued. Because
I wanted to mix it up. I wanted to
because
have fun.
she has that ability to like put that healing dome up, and then you work on Wolverine.
Okay.
So, and as Wolverine is fighting, he heals.
Right.
So then when that healing dome is up, you run Wolverine to the healing dome, and you just have Wolverine sit there.
That
Heal.
Pussy shit, Tom. Did you play this game right? Did you cheat yourself out of this game?
I didn't have to drop it down a difficulty.
Fuck you.
No, you want to throw stones at me?
Yeah, man.
Don't throw stones at someone who has a machine gun, motherfucker.
Fair play. But I really... so I'm doing a lot of the Infinity Rifts, and right now my characters are right under 40 right now.
Okay, good.
I'm going to keep them going, though.
No, definitely.
In order
I really haven't fucked with the Infinity Rifts a lot.
Some of them are a lot of fun because they're little quick bite-sized missions.
Yeah.
And that you get stuff out of. And I wish I could farm a lot more of the ability points and stuff like that, because I'm just working in one hexagon and I am not near completing it. And I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to complete all of them?
I have 5.
You have 5 complete hexagons?
Not complete. I have 2.5 complete. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Tommy knows how to play video games.
I've been on vacation.
He knows how to pour a beer. He knows how to play video games. Ladies. I'm ready for you. Ladies, I'm here. So I feel like next episode, Tom, will be the final Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3,
we'll see.
Black Order.
Yeah, we'll
exclusive to the Nintendo Switch.
We'll see
console family from Nintendo.
We'll see where I'm at on Superior at that point.
Right, but you finished the game, so we can talk freely about spoilers and stuff like that, story-wise and stuff like that. Yeah, so Nation, we'll see you next episode for the wrap-up of RudeBoyz Game Club, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, exclusive for the Nintendo Switch platform, console, family.
That is a fucking porn.
That's a really good talk.
That fucking Alfred Pennyworth would be proud of that.
There it is. Good save, Tom. Yes, Batman. Happy 80th anniversary, Batman.
Batman! The Batman!
Yes, brother. You saved the day, brother. Happy 80th anniversary. I break your back. So yeah, Batman.
You have my permission to die.
This little unknown independent superhero known as the Batman.
Created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. I'm serious. I'm not being an asshole.
It was just the perfect amount of pause between that and nothing. Great. Yeah, cool. Great. All right. So
how far do you want me to get in depth on the Batman?
God. We've already are over an hour.
Okay, so this is fucking RudeBoyz Power Hour Plus.
We're really
into
the plus.
You know what the Nation hasn't gotten a plus episode in quite some time.
Double plus.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about our Batman memories, guy. We don't have to go through a whole in-depth history. We're not like that. If they want a history, they can go someplace else. They want to hear our experiences about Batman. So, the comics, the cartoons, the movies, the video games.
All right.
Everything else. The toys. What was your first Batman experience?
Watch the glass.
That was fine.
Your hand got a little close to.
Was it sexual?
Huh? My first Batman experience?
Yeah.
Yes, it was down in Tijuana with a with a lovely woman. She was wearing the Batman cape and cowl.
Okay, yeah.
And she rode me.
Okay.
Like a donkey show.
Oh, she rode you like a donkey show.
And My experience with Batman, my first experience with Batman was it was like it was called like Batman the Greatest Detective.
Okay.
And it was a bunch of stories. And I remember this book.
Was it a book? It was a comic?
It was a book.
Novel?
It was a book. It was a graphic novel, a collection
of
of
paperback.
Yes, a trade paperback for the On Initiative. And it had a whole bunch of like different Batman stories. And I remember the cover of this book specifically. It was like it had Batman jumping down from like a gargoyle at the top of, and it had gum on the cover. Okay. I remember that specifically.
Okay, hey.
Also, when he teamed up with Etrigan, the demon.
Okay.
That was pretty fucking cool. And then that was my first experience with him in paper form.
Okay.
In film form, obviously, on VHS was the Tim Burton.
Well, whoa, hang on a second, because like.
Oh, okay. You want me? Okay, so we're just
not talking about how every time Batman entered your life and your butt. I'm just saying the first time. But yeah, it's funny you should mention the Tim Burton film because that was the first experience I've had with Batman, and it wasn't necessarily the film because I actually don't remember seeing the film. I know I've seen the film. It's one of those things. It's like a false memory. It's like every time I see the original Batman movie, I'm like, I saw this. Like I remember seeing it because it's like scenes I remember and like you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. Like I remember that shit and like you want to get nuts. Like I remember that.
Let's get nuts.
I remember this, but like I don't remember seeing it. Like it's like an implanted memory. Mm-hmm. What I do remember are the toys. Though coming out of that, so I remember having a Batman action figure with the Batwing, and the cloth cape and the weird like boomerang shaped utility belt grappling hook thing, and I remember having Bob the Goon action figure.
Yes,
and that was my first.
Which Bob the Goon goes for a lot of money right now. Apparently,
that's a shame. But
yeah, really, like, dude, what we fucking knew back then.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like, if we knew what we know now, we'd be like, yo, don't you fucking open that goddamn
Honestly,
toy.
The collectible industry right now is just a bunch of
it's nostalgia.
It's an older man
it's
baby
retro.
set
It's retro.
who have a bunch of money and they want to relive their childhood. Like, that's it.
See, my my toy first interaction with Batman was...
we're just going down the list like that, so...
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? Okay, cool. Thank you.
I
need some sort of structure because this is a nice casual conversation about Batman.
Was the blue and gray suit.
Okay.
That he had in the comics, and you squeeze his legs and he punches.
Sure.
Cloth cape as well.
Right.
But yeah, no, the Batman toy you were talking about, I definitely remember. I remember you could not find the Joker toy anywhere.
I feel like I used to have one, or I think it just came with a hat. Like it was one of those things. Mm-hmm. Like, and I think his head was, and maybe the gun to have the hat. That I think know. The gun. Maybe I just obsessed over the cardboard card in the back, and I could have just been like, I remember this action figure. You know what I'm saying? Again, false memories is quite possible. But I do remember seeing Batman Returns a bunch.
Batman Returns, I think I liked better than the first one.
Agreed. Yes, Batman Returns to me is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Okay,
the original Ninja Turtles thing. But yeah, I mean, movie-wise, Batman Returns. So I gotta say, like, I saw this movie recently again with Bonnie, and it was one of these movies that, like, you watch it now and you're like, how did I see this? Like, you watch it like, when you think of the cast, you got, obviously, Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne / Batman, Michelle Pfeiffer as a psychotic and just completely schizophrenic Selena Kyle / Catwoman, Danny DeVito as a deranged and friggin' mutant Oswald Cobblepot / Penguin. You got Christopher Walken of all fucking people too. Selena Kyle, you're fired. And Bruce Wayne, what are you doing dressing up like Batman? Like, oh my god. Like as an adult, you're like, this movie is a completely different level of what you saw as a kid. And I mean, that's all I gotta say about that. I remember like the fucking stupid, either it was the Burger King and McDonald's, the Happy Meal toys, that like there were little race cars and stuff like that. Like that was my Batman knowledge for Batman Returns, and obviously the series kind of went off the rails though. But Tom, I mean, I kind of went over a little bit too much about Batman Returns.
Oh, Batman Returns is fantastic. We could talk about that the whole episode.
Which is what I did. But
we
any
could.
quick Batman Returns memories or no?
Michelle Pfeiffer, man.
Oh.
As like honestly, she might have given my first,
He's smiling. He's smiling.
She might give me my first boner. This has been a very boner-centric episode.
It has been.
Bones.
But like I was saying, like we just kind of like from Batman and Batman Returns, how the movie franchise just kind of like went places.
Batman Forever, I really dug.
Yeah, you really dug.
I
saw that in theaters in Florida
So did I.
with my cousin, and I was like, oh, what the fuck did I just watch?
I saw that in theaters.
And I was a huge Jim Carrey fan.
I think he did the Riddler fairly well.
I agree, but it was like
I did not like Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. I did not.
What are you gonna do?
Mainly because I feel they should have gotten just Billy D. Williams.
Well, they brought Billy D. Williams for Lego Batman. Remember?
Not live action Harvey Dent.
Yeah, but still, they at least
not live action Harvey Dent.
But at least they gave him a tip of the hat and a nod to being like, you know what? This is what we sort of wanted. Not Lego form, but whatever.
I don't like it.
So now Lego Batman, you dug when we saw it. And
I've watched it again. I've watched it again, and I'm like, fuck this shit. Like,
you didn't. Who were you watching it with the second time?
Myself. It was all like
the problem. That's the problem because you weren't with your boy watching a fun, silly movie for kids about a fucking superhero. Okay. Now you're just sitting there, arms crossed, in a dark corner.
The thing that really, honestly, the thing that kind of kills Lego Batman for me was Will Arnett.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that.
Will Arnett as Batman. You know me and Will Arnett. We don't get along.
I know, and
especially since that time in college, man.
Right, but here's the thing, Tom. Just shut your fucking brain off, okay? You hate James Franco, right? Mm-hmm. And you hate the Francos, right? Mm-hmm. But you can sit through the Disaster Artist, right? And here's the difference between this and Lego Batman. You actually see their fucking faces, Tom.
The thing is, though, watching interviews with James Franco, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I could get a drink with him.
Oh, really? You warmed up to somebody?
I could.
And his heart grew 3 times that day.
Will Arnett, I don't think I ever can.
What is it about Will Arnett?
I don't know. His dumb face.
You don't see his fucking face in his fucking...
But you see his stupid fucking face in everything else.
Right, but here's the thing, Tom.
I know what I don't like, and I know what I like. Anyway, but Batman Forever, man.
Oh, God.
Nicole Kidman, second boner of my life. The thing that I really... Actually, going back to...
We're going to get flagged, sorry.
Going back to Batman Returns, one of my favorite parts. One of my favorite... Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
One of my...
No, he's going to hit me.
One of my favorite parts in Batman Returns is when they're comparing scars. Like, did you ever see Jaws?
Baby! No.
You never saw the movie Jaws?
I did. I did not care for it.
But the part in Batman Returns where they're comparing
Batman Returns?
Well, they're not comparing scars, but like when they're like making out on the couch, and like they're like
Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle.
Yeah, and they're like Flint. Like that was very much like that Jaws scene on the boat where they're comparing scars. I kind of dug that. But yeah, Batman Forever, I definitely liked. I think Val Kilmer was a fantastic...
I thought he was a good Bruce Wayne.
I thought he was
very Richie.
I thought he was a good Bruce Wayne.
Posh.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, well, let's just get it over with.
Batman and Robin.
Yes. I thought George Clooney was a good Batman.
Yes.
Minus the nips.
No, well, the nips. Gotta have the nips.
And the nips were the nips.
Right, the nips were the nips.
title of this episode.
It's not that bad, actually. Schwarzenegger as the puntastic Mr. Freeze.
God. And honestly, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, not bad.
I guess.
And Batman and Robin gave us the best representation of Bane.
Yeah, sure.
Luchador mask, big, bulky motherfucker.
Didn't that guy die just recently?
Did he? Well, yeah, he was a plant, so plants wither and die.
Oh, God damn you. Actually, no, you know what? I think I was reading this up, and this could just be complete bullshit coming out of my brain. But
Probably.
You know what? Let's just talk about the Nolan stuff. The Nolan stuff, Batman Begins was fine. Dark Knight, cool. Rises was bleh.
What?
Yeah. I mean, Tom, did you not like anything about the Nolan trilogy?
I just think Christopher Nolan is overrated.
Okay. You don't like Inception?
I saw it in theaters, and now every time I see it, I'm like, eh. I've seen Interstellar. I'm like, eh.
What about Dunkirk? Dunkirk was right.
Eh. We have not touched 1966.
Yeah, no, we should go. We should go back.
Honestly,
let's
really
talk about
should.
TV. So we're done with the movies, obviously. Well, how did Ben Affleck did a good job as Batman?
I think Affleck was definitely better than Christian Bale.
Okay.
Definitely like a moody type of like, you know, a battle hardened.
That was the vibe I was getting. I mean, from someone who didn't see the movies, but just like kind of understood.
You didn't see Batman?
I didn't see Batman vs Superman. I didn't see Justice League. The only thing I saw Ben Affleck in as a Batman Bruce Wayne person was Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that was you didn't.
Yeah, I saw Bruce Wayne in Wonder Woman. That's a joke. But yeah, that's what I was getting. I was gathering he was like a more. He wasn't like a year 1, year 2 Batman. He was like a year 10 or something like that.
Going back to the Nolans real quick is the representation of Talia.
Okay.
I really dig that character. Like
in general,
I always have like, you know, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like the actress they got. I was like, you're not.
That was Marion Cotillard.
Whatever her name is. Yeah. I'm sitting. She was in Inception as well. Yes. And I'm like, you're not attractive. Why would Bruce Wayne be attracted to you?
I mean, he was also apparently attracted to Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Well, that I can see a little bit better. I can see that a lot more than that. Than that fucking zit forehead thing. Zit forehead. Okay. Right. Yeah. Well, still better than Katie Holmes. Like, you know, let's forehead Holmes. 5-head.
Wow. All right.
Come at me, Katie Holmes. Nah, Maggie Gyllenhaal. I'd stick it to.
Okay. Let's talk about the Batman 66 movies and television show.
I loved it. I really
campy as all fuck, man. But you know
it is still and that is one thing that I am still looking to acquire on Blu-ray is the full collection.
It's absolute cornball craziness.
It really, but it's so
the
fun.
Movie I have on Blu-ray.
Oh my god, yes, the movie is so much goddamn fun. We watched it together.
Yes.
I remember it. We thought your Xbox red ringed while we were watching it that one time.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was such a crazy conglomeration of having.
Who was Catwoman? Was it?
I don't think it was Eartha Kitt.
Was it Lee Merriweather?
I think it was Lee Merriweather. It was the white one. I think again, this could be poor.
Julie Newmar, man, as Catwoman.
Wait, how many?
3.
Catwoman. There were 3. Okay.
Eartha Kitt, Lee Merriweather, and
Kitt.
Julie Newmar.
I mean,
I think
two white girls look the same to me.
Wow.
But obviously, Cesar Romero as
with the mustache.
Yep. Yeah, everyone's freaking out that like all these different people are playing like a Joker or something like that. Like, oh, you got this guy playing Joker. Like this dude is a Latino actor. And he's playing the Joker, and everyone's fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's not forget
yourself.
I mean, I don't know if you.
It's a fucking fantasy, fucking fairy tale bullshit. Really, when you get down to it, comic book fans, all right? Lay off, relax. There's a world outside of the fucking paper book you're looking at. That's all I gotta say about that.
Are you channeling me? You really were just right now. God damn.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
But anyway, so it was that. It was
Burgess Meredith as the Penguin.
Thank you. Yes.
Which I mean, again, it's so funny, like, because I just watched the first Rocky movie.
Oh yeah, no, he's
and I told my sister-in-law, I was like, yo, that's the guy that plays the Penguin. She's like, shut up.
Right,
like,
you wouldn't think that.
She's like, that is ridiculous.
Dude, I remember
it was Lee Merriweather that played Catwoman.
And it was, oh god, the dude who played the Riddler.
Fred Gershwin?
Fred Gershwin, yes.
Yeah,
thank you. The Riddler.
It was awesome.
I loved my first...
You're a Riddler fan, right?
Fan,
you really are.
A lot of it came from the animated series, and then like every other interpretation that I've seen the Riddler in, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm all for the Riddler. Again, like big Jim Carrey fan, Batman Forever. Okay, sure, whatever. I liked his interpretation in the '66. I like his interpretation in the Arkham video game series. But anyway, so the '66. I want to just say one story. I watched this one episode at Nick at Night. The Penguin was trying to do this fucking bank heist, so he shows up to a bank with a movie crew, and the guard is like, "Oh, it's the Penguin. You can't be here." And of course, the Penguin's decked out in like this friggin' like 1930s. You know, he's got the fucking
got the beret. Yup.
Megaphone, the chair, and he's like, "Nah, you're gonna be in my movie." That's a bad Burgess Meredith impression, but whatever. And he's like, "You're gonna be in my movie." And the guard's just like, "Oh man, what do I do?" And he's just like, "Just stand right there." And these guys are gonna like fake rob your bank, and they rob the bank, and then they're like, "Okay, we'll see you later." And he's like, "Okay, great, see you later." Like, that's the fucking corny bullshit that movie that show's all about. Which bled into the movie. Tom, did you see those animated films that I got you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've watched them like several times.
The last.
We need to watch
Adam
them
West,
together.
Let's clink to Adam West real quick.
Yeah.
The last representation of Adam West for Batman.
Yep.
What are your thoughts? Does it carry the legacy?
Oh, dude, it's so delightfully cheesy.
That's like William Shatner as like their Two-Face, I believe.
Yep. Which I was all right with.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I also loved seeing Batman and Robin in the old Scooby-Doo cartoons too.
Oh, jeez, that's right.
Yeah, man, and it was the Adam West and Burt Ward, and they voiced them.
Yep.
And which was
they
fantastic.
were those characters for the longest time until
it was,
really Michael Keaton took it.
Yeah.
Well, until like the director, what's his fucking name? Tim Burton. When Tim Burton really took the Batman, and
I would have loved to see Tim Burton try to work them in somehow. Burt Ward and Adam West. That would have been really badass.
I mean, who knows if he was able to get another movie into his catalog? Maybe, who knows? But then we need Happy Meals, so give it to fucking.
I heard that I heard the Batman 3 movie was that Tim Burton was pitching was not good at all.
It's quite possible.
Marlon Wayans as Nightwing / Robin.
Yes, I did hear about that, yes.
It was kind of like the Bryan Singer X-Men 3, which was not as good. Which was not good, but also not as bad as what we got.
Sure.
For X-Men 3, so... but then, all right, we're gonna hit something now that's near and dear to both of us.
Okay.
The animated series.
Yes, so that was the bigger part of Batman.
I gotta say that was definitely the bigger part of my childhood.
Yep.
You still had Danny Elfman doing the music.
Yep.
You have the legendary Kevin Conroy as Batman.
Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Yeah, and then
an A+ animation staff, definitely. Like the animation is superb. From season 1 and 2 in one art style, and then 3 and 4 in a different art style. Beautiful.
Dude, I'm still on season 1.
Right. No, they're fucking beefy seasons.
They really are. I'm still on season 1. And this is on Blu-ray. Blu-ray, you can fit so much fucking information on.
There's so much lore involved in all these episodes.
Oh my god, they're so good.
It's incredible. Great series altogether, which bled into Batman Beyond, which bled into the Justice League and the Superman animated series, which bled into Justice League Unlimited. This is where
and every other animated movie that has come out.
Harley Quinn, introduce all these other characters that are cornerstones of DC.
Yeah, Harley Quinn, the first successful animated character.
That went, yeah, no, absolutely.
That went somewhere.
Yeah.
The second is obviously X-23.
Oh, from Evolution?
Yeah.
Huh.
She showed up first in X-Men Evolution, and then she showed up in the comics. But this is in X-23.
No, you're right, absolutely not. You ranted about Bryan Singer and X-Men. Yeah, so the animated series, absolutely fantastic.
But we have not brought up our friendly web slinger.
No, you're right.
We have. Give it time. Give it time.
I mean, it's weird to say that we haven't even really talked about the comics at all. I mean, that's where fucking Batman got its fucking start,
I know.
You know?
Like, I mean,
we were part of a generation.
The animation. We were part of the animation, movies, like shows.
Like the comic book genre started to swing into the merchandise of the 80s and the 90s. So the toys, the comics, the cartoons, the comics, the action figures, they started hitting, and that's when we got more introduced to Batman, because he was coming into our lives in different avenues, whether it's a commercial for the movies or action figures. So that's where we kind of came into it, even though you definitely have a more comic book focused slant than I do.
As far as comics go, like, I mean, the one that I talked about, and then you have the first appearance of Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
Where he shows up and, he beats the piss out of Batman, and Batman's getting nursed back to health by Talia al Ghul, who apparently, while Batman was unconscious, banged him.
Yep, that did happen.
And that's how the current Robin, Damian, came about. Which was just, I was sitting there, I was like, okay, this is weird. And then, of course, you have The Killing Joke, written by Alan Moore.
Yep.
I won't disparage The Killing Joke. I do enjoy The Killing Joke, not the movie, though.
No, the movie...
the movie was
took,
not
some more liberties.
Which I've heard Hush has taken some liberties, which kind of hurts me a little bit, because Hush is
a big...
Very... It's... Because of the artist. Jim Lee is the artist of the Hush comic.
Sure.
But The Killing Joke was just fucking fantastic. That's where Barbara Gordon gets shot.
Yep.
And...
That's when shit becomes more personal. Like, I mean, you did have Death in a Family, which was obviously the Joker killing the Jason Todd.
Which the most fucked up thing was the fact...
Who ends up coming back, obviously. But,
as Awesome Red Hood.
Right.
Which the fucked up thing about that Jason Todd situation was DC had a toll-free number. They were like, do you want us to kill Jason Todd off? Dial 1 for yes, dial 2 for no.
That was the fucking...
And it was like, are you fucking kidding? Like, wow, we just voted off to kill some teenager.
Publicity stunt, baby. And guess what? You fucking murderer, bloodthirsty bastards wanted this poor boy, this poor orphan boy, to die at the hands of the Joker.
He wasn't an orphan.
And hey, get a look at that refrigerator magnet. It's the Batman symbol.
He wasn't an orphan.
Oh, well, whatever.
He had a mom. Who, I mean, granted, she was a drug addict, but, like,
we all have moms. I mean, obviously.
Right, but you know what I mean. He wasn't... he was an orphan like Dick Grayson, who, to me, is much better than the Bat.
No, you're a Nightwing, Mark.
I really am.
You really are.
I
should have banned the word Nightwing this entire episode.
Oh, you would have been talking to yourself.
You would have been just like, fuck Batman, Nightwing's the way to go.
You would have been talking to yourself.
Well, if I was going to talk to myself, I would talk about the Arkham series.
The Arkham series is...
The Arkham series, so like...
Hold on. Before we get to the Arkham series...
Segue to move this fucking conversation going.
Should we talk about some of the shittier video games that have come about? Like the Batman video game on NES?
I didn't play it.
No?
Oh, man, I would say like...
Did you, on PlayStation 1, did you play the Batman animated? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So, okay, yeah, we're going to segue to the
Let's just
Arkham.
talk about the good shit, baby. So the Arkham series, Came out for the PS3, 360
Kevin Conroy
generation.
came back.
They really kind of like reintroduced everybody back to the animated series cast. Put out by Warner Brothers Studios, developed by Rocksteady Games. It had Kevin Conroy as Batman, Mark Hamill as the Joker, and a lot of reprising or sound-alike characters. Voice actors.
Tara Strong came back as Harley.
No, it was Arlene Sorkin.
Who was the original?
Was the original for Arkham Asylum.
Arkham City was Tara Strong. Right.
Yes.
You're right.
Because I think at that point she retired from
sure.
doing voice acting. But again, reintroduced the world back to Batman and this fantastic franchise. And it's a Metroid-style video game where your character enters a world, gains more abilities, can go into different things. It's you can't fight it. It is. That's how that goes.
I wouldn't call it Metroid style.
It's Metroid style in the sense that you are given a set of an area to play around in. You gain access to a different level. You get more abilities. You gain access to another level. You gain more abilities.
I guess
an action adventure explorer, shoot 'em up, left righty, explory gamey. I guess. Okay. Anyway. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, awesome games. Arkham Origins, I liked. I really did. It had more issues than the other Arkham games, but still very good. Didn't have the star power or the development power as the other 3 games, but still, I dug it. I would dare say that if you want to look at Marvel's, I'm going to say it, Spider-Man to Arkham Asylum.
No.
From being a much bigger Spider-Man fan and much more affinity to those characters and a deeper understanding with that lore. Yeah. I feel like Arkham Asylum did a better job.
My favorite thing about Arkham Asylum was leading up to Poison Ivy fight.
I think I remember that.
This game you can just drop down, grab guys. Like that was one of my favorite parts of the whole game.
The combat was phenomenal in that game. That introduced everybody to that sort of free-flowing combat.
The stealth was definitely a lot easier to do in the Arkham games than it was Spider-Man.
I agree with that because Spider-Man's not really a stealthy character. He's a more nimble, mobile guy.
Depends what costume he's wearing.
Okay, well, shut up. But Batman's...
Am I wrong?
Spider-Man is not traditionally stealth. Spider-Man doesn't do shit like that, generally. Batman, that is his bread and fucking butter.
Because he's a pussy.
Alright, he's a fucking bat. Man.
He should be throwing song around.
That's not how that works. So
you've been pumping me full of beer.
I have. So that's the Arkham series.
Yeah, Arkham Origins was just...
Arkham Origins was definitely the weakest of the 4 Arkham console video games.
Good.
But, like, I liked it. They leaned more into the detective stuff. They leaned more into the deep cut. Batman rogues. You had Black Mask. You had the
You didn't have Black Mask, though.
Black Mask was in it. Oh, wasn't Black Mask Joker?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right? Like, it was like, what the fuck?
At least you had the idea of Black Mask. I don't know. You had Deathstroke.
Which Black Mask is a fucked up character, which that's one of the only reasons I want to see the new Harley Quinn movie.
I like how you called it that, not Birds of Prey.
Oh, that's exactly. It's called Harley Quinn. It's actually
Birds of Prey and the Harley Quinn
Emancipation
Magic Journey.
No, it's called Birds of Prey: The Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Great.
I didn't fuck up that word.
You did. Emancipation, not emancipation.
That's what I said.
That's not what you said.
We'll agree to disagree.
It's on audio.
No,
so
it's not.
Yes, it is. So don't you fuck around like that. We've gone too long.
We've got.
So yeah, Arkham Origins definitely the weak link. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I still played it. I still liked it. But I went through it without having to get your whole everyone's dick riding the Joker thing. Because that's basically what it was. It was like, oh, let's introduce Black Mask. Oh, that's right. The Joker's the main villain. Like,
so, speaking of the Joker and Batman's Rogue Gallery.
Okay.
See, we know
It's going so long.
well, you're gonna have a bitch time editing, bitch.
Bishop.
Drake.
Batman's Rogue Gallery? Yeah. Okay, what about it?
Who's your favorite? Because we have.
I said the Riddler. I said the Riddler and then Mr. Freeze.
Okay.
Yours?
I would probably have to. Hush.
Okay.
And Court of Owls.
Okay.
Very cool aspects of.
So the Illuminati and a serial killer.
No, his childhood best friend.
Right. Serial kills.
Serial kills?
Cereal kills. Kills cereal. He kills that cereal down pat. Cheerios.
Fucking fuck those Fruit Loops!
Anything else you want to talk about Batman, Tom? Because I think that peaked pretty hard right there.
That really fucking did.
Robin, hand me the bat. Shark repellent. Yeah, that's it. We good? We were thinking about splitting this into 2 episodes. We've already gone fucking almost 40 minutes about Batman in this banger of an episode. So maybe. And on that note, Nation, thanks Tom for that beautiful kick in the ass segue.
I want you to save that somehow, and that could be our wrap it up button.
Oh boy, maybe one day in the future. So speaking of the future. What the fuck are we talking about next episode? Oh yeah, we talked about it already. Next episode, Nation, it's gonna be we're gonna celebrate 30 fucking years of the Sega Genesis and the Nintendo Game Boy. So hit us up with all your memories on that wonderful 16-bit console, the Sega Genesis, that lost soundly to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and the Nintendo Game Boy.
I really love the Genesis.
All right, and we're gonna have talks about the Genesis, and we're gonna have talks about the of the blah 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 Nintendo Game Boy. Yes.
Yeah, I loved both of them.
Yeah, they're great systems. Pivotal systems in our youths.
I kind of want to use. Never mind.
All
Battery acid as lube.
Don't. Both of those words don't sound like they'd be good lube.
I think they would.
Batteries and acid?
I've been drinking.
You have? Well, all right. So I should get the fuck out of here. So let's wrap this fucking thing up. You can find us, Nation, on Twitter, twitter.com/RudeBoyz469. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/RudeBoyz469. Hit us up on those social media platforms. Like us, subscribe to us, retweet us, give us some hearts, give us some follows, give us some thumbs up, them likes, comment to our stuff. Let us know about those Sega Genesis memories, those Game Boy memories. And if you want to give us any feedback on our Batman episode, let us know what you think about that.
Seriously, Nation, we don't do this shit for our fucking health. Like, fucking,
We're sitting here drinking ourselves fucking stupid for 2 goddamn hours.
Reach fucking out to us, because you know what? If you want more content, guess what? That means you're gonna have to fucking start participating in the goddamn Nation. Come on, Nation, you're better than this shit.
Do it. Do it. Tommy just called you out. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Nation, do you want to be on my dud next show?
Uh-oh.
Because seriously, you're close.
Uh-oh. Nation, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about this. That's his rule. He can make you the dud. You don't want to be the dud. Somebody, anybody, comment,
chop,
subscribe.
More than one goddamn person.
Yeah. Also, you can go to Instagram.com/RudeBoyz469 and like and follow our Instagram account.
Actually, they've been killing it on there.
Have they been? Nice? Okay.
See, they really have. Like, I gotta say, Instagram, you guys have been pulling through.
Thank you to our Instagram followers. We do appreciate you. We love you so much. Maybe that's the avenue we should go for more. And that puts a lot more on your shoulders, and I apologize, but whatever. It is what it is.
Hey, fuck me, right?
Over on our YouTube page.
We have YouTube?
Fuck. God, every fucking time. It's like,
dude, it was a lot worse this time. It was a lot worse this time.
We've gone through this outro for 3 fucking years.
Dude, I'm fucking hammered right now, man. What the fuck you want from me? Like, dude, I've just been drinking since fucking the afternoon. I've been fucking day drinking, man. Like, what the fuck you want from me?
bit.ly/RudeBoyz, RudeTube, all lowercase. That's our YouTube page. That's where we throw the episodes up and any sort of fun video shit that we do, which is fun and nice and nice and nice. But speaking of where we've been putting our podcast at, where we've been sticking our podcast dicks, we've also been going into the Google Play store and also Stitcher Radio. So any fans of those podcast applications, feel free to find us there. Search for RudeBoyz Power Hour, RudeBoyz Podcast Network, anything like that. You'll find us there. In addition to the Apple Podcast app, I should really write all this shit down because this is really trippy, and possibly anything else. I don't know. I'm still looking into it. If fucking bite me.
You look up that Stitcher, you'll see us, which you should download us first, and then download the Wolverine podcast.
Okay, yes, there you go. That's some synergy between the brands, because Marvel definitely needs our help. So, yeah, download us first, and then go this little store called Marvel. Go fucking download their shit, whatever. I don't know. They're not going to last. We're forever. But
God, I hope.
All glory to the Podbean network, because they are the main source for the RudeBoyz Podcast Network. All the fun shit you're going to receive by the end of the year. RudeBoyz.podbean.com.
Flick the bat bean!
I knew it was going to be that. Oh my God. If you want to go shake your head vigorously at my friend Tom here, you can find him on twitter.com/Tommy_Cash.
The fuck?
I just flipped the game on you, Tom.
You really did. God damn.
Go ahead. What's mine?
Tess Sherms. At twitter.com.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
Dude, you can't do that shit to me, man.
That's what it's all about, baby.
Especially when I've been drinking.
That's what it's all about.
Did I get it right?
Yeah, it was accurate-ish. TEH_SHERMS on Twitter. You just smashed the beer glass into his face. For Tom, I'm sure this has been the Bat-rific episode.
And for Tom, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
Same Rude time, same Rude channel on Podbean. Peace, Rude Nation.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.